show you, because lots of times your real estate agent, when you're looking for a house, they'll send you a bunch of listings. Okay, here's my price range, here's the area I'm looking at. So how do I analyze? What I'm looking at is a rental property, but the same ideas are going to be the same as you're purchasing your own primary residence or the house that you want to live in from that. So the houses that I looked at a week ago are 311 Beverly and 410 McGee Avenue. And I have on the side a list of what I'm looking at. So location is obviously important, but keep in mind, I'm not looking for the biggest, most expensive house. I'm looking to buy something that I can renovate and then rent out to others. So these two houses are not in a great area. In fact, if you go 3 or 4 blocks away from them, there's some drug houses in that area. But I'll explain why I'm interested in them, even though I know that general area isn't so good. So with location, it's not just saying, oh, it's in this part of the city. The other thing you should also look at is the schools, the bus route. Okay, like I said, drugs or crime, shopping. Okay, so Beverly is 3/4 of a block from Portage Avenue. And it's about 6 blocks to the west of the U of W. And if you go the other way, it's about 8 or 9 blocks to Polo Park. Okay, so there's not a big there's not a big grocery store by it, but it is very close to Portage where you can then go to these other areas. 10 McGee Avenue. So I used to manage a 39 unit apartment about a block away, and there were drugs and gangs in that area. So I know it's not a great street or a great area, but 1 block to the north is a elementary school. And then 2 blocks to the south is Gordon Bell High School. So again, it's not a great area, but there's 2 schools that are decent. And if the family had children, then it wouldn't be that hard for them to go there. Okay. Bedrooms and bathrooms is always important because that determines how high your rent is. That also determines how much, if you make renovate or add to it. So Beverly has 3 beds and 1.5 baths. What does it mean half a bath? How can you have half a bathroom? Okay, right. So you have either 2-piece, 3-piece, or 4-piece. And some of you may have heard that, some of you haven't, but a 2-piece is where typically on the main floor, when you come in the back door or by the kitchen, then you have just a toilet and a sink. Or sometimes in an upstairs bedroom, you have, they call it an in-suite, where it's just a toilet and a sink. So it's small, no shower, no bathtub, but that's the half bath. 3-piece or a 3/4 bath, that's where you have a shower, a sink, and a toilet. And then a 4-piece, you have the sink and the toilet, and then you have a bathtub. So you can choose to take a bath or you can shower, 2 in 1 setting. So that's what a 4-piece bathroom means. So there's 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, and the half bath is a toilet and sink just off of the kitchen by the back door. At the other one at McGee, there's 4 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, but this will sound strange, and I've never seen it before. The bathroom is in the basement. I've never been in a house in Winnipeg like this, but you come in the main floor, and then there's a small bedroom, and then there's a larger living area, and it has big windows. There's 2 windows, and then on this side there's a kitchen area that's maybe the size of your table area, like 2 of those. So it's not big but not small. And then there's a back room that's kind of like a porch, veranda, relaxing area. And then you go downstairs, and as you come down the stairs, then the bathroom is also on your right. So the real estate agent said, in his opinion, when you come in the main floor, it's underneath here is the bathroom. So on the main floor, the pipes are all there. Make a bathroom here. Now you've added a second bathroom. And then where the kitchen is, take the kitchen and add it to the living room because there's lots of window and light, and then make that into a bedroom. And that wouldn't be that hard to do because the kitchen is in terrible shape. It has to be torn out anyways. So you just tear out all the cabinets, seal everything up, and then it becomes a bedroom. But then you have to make a brand new kitchen. So that's part of the challenge there. Square feet wise, so this is 1,200 square feet on 2 floors. So that means 600 on the main, 600 on the second floor. In Canada, we don't count the basement. So the basement is like a bonus space if you want it. So technically this is 1,800 square feet, but 1,200 that they can advertise. This house is 1,400, I think 1,450. So it actually has bigger rooms. So upstairs, there's 2 big rooms under a roof, but it's still very spacious. One was 12 by 15 and the other one was 13 by 11 or something. Main floor, like I said, 1 room, kitchen and living room. And then in the basement, there's 2 bedrooms in the bathroom. Yeah, 2 bedrooms, yeah, from that. Taxes, I don't know for now. I'm not going to look at it. Asking price, they're asking 140. Here they're asking 129. So these are cheap, but again, they're not in a great area. But for me as an investor, I'm looking for something that I can do by myself, and I could probably buy one or both of these. But if I wanted something nicer, then I would be joining with somebody so that we both are on title, we both contribute to the renovations, and we both share in the profit. Then we could buy a house that would be 275, 350, 400,000. That would be in a nicer area, but lower cash flow. Okay, now this is something I've never shown you guys before, and I wanted to show you from this. In Winnipeg, it'll take me a minute to come. Sorry. Okay, Winnipeg assessment. So this is not a secret, but many people don't know about this website. From the city, it tells you, oh, I should have brought I just got my tax forms for property tax for a house. I'll bring those next week so you can take a look at what that is. But anyway, you go here, you look at the details by typing in the address. So 311 Beverly. And here you don't put avenue or street or anything. You just put in the name. And I spelled it wrong, so there's an error. So let's do that again. 11. Okay. See if it's Ley. There we are. So here it gives you a general overview what the city shows you. So it's assessed right now at 169. Next year, it's going to be at 177. So how much did I say it was selling for? Okay, 140,000. So it's assessed at 169. So when I'm looking at this, this tells me that this is maybe a good buy, depending on renovations. Because most houses in Winnipeg, the selling price is 30 to 50,000 more than what the taxes are, which is a good thing. It means you're paying less taxes than the house is worth, according to the city. But let's look at McGee. Sorry, let me go back to the thing. Oh, sorry, let me show you one more thing on this website. So it's Winnipeg Assessment or assessment.winnipeg.ca. The other thing, you never want to buy the best house in an area, because if you buy the best house, the value is not going to increase much because it's already the best house in that street or those couple of streets. You want to buy a house that's kind of average or even the lowest in an area. If I was going to buy $1 million house, I would find a house that's maybe 700,000 or 800,000 with the others being $1 million, because that will pull up the value higher, faster than buying the most expensive house in the neighborhood. So there's a property map here. If you take a look at that, this also tells you what your neighbors' houses are assessed at. So this is where, when I take a look, I can see next to me, there's one for 190, 170, 160, 130. Behind across the lane, 190, 170, 160, 150. So it gives me, 260, that's probably a newer one. But it gives me a general idea. In this neighborhood, mine isn't the most expensive, but it's also not the cheapest. 166, 178, 250, 260. So there's potential that mine can go up in value if I do some renovations. Okay. If I look at the 410 McGee, okay, and I need to confirm this, if this is the one this might be the wrong one, just a minute. It might be 420. Yeah, sorry, it's this one, it's 420. No, it's not. Okay, let me look at 410. Maybe I was right. Yeah, this is the one with the bathroom. So, okay, so they're asking 127.7. They were at 129 last week. So they've already dropped it a little bit. 27.7. Okay, so, and it was assessed at, I think what I saw there was 120, right? That's realtors. So 410, and this one's 410, right? Yeah. Okay. So how much is it assessed at? So 118, 125. So right away, when I'm looking at this, which is a better deal? Based on just those numbers, which is better to buy? The first one, because the city is saying it's worth more and the selling price is still low. Also, like I said, this one was at 129 last Sunday when they had an open house. I looked at it. So the real estate agent told me then they wanted more, but they already dropped it to 129. Now it's Thursday. So in the last 4 days, they dropped it another $2,000, 2,200. So that tells me that the seller is motivated. So maybe I could negotiate with that person. I don't know, but I can see they're coming down and it's not selling. Okay, renovation. So let's look at pictures, because that's the other thing, because you guys haven't been there, but I was at both of these. So let's look at 410 first, because that's the ugly house. I mean, it's not bad on the outside, but let me show you the inside of it. Okay. I don't know if they've even put on the pictures of the inside because it looks ugly. Okay, so upstairs, there's the big, like I said, there's two big rooms and the windows are big, so it lets in lots of light, which is nice. There's the small kitchen that's kind of the size of where you guys are sitting, so to tear out and make into a bedroom. Okay, in the basement, the furnace is not too bad, and the water tank. And then that's the living room area. So this is also quite big. This is probably from where Takuma to Andre to this whole area. It's a bigger section in their living room. So they don't show the basement. So I have pictures of the basement on my phone, and this whole house is not great. But anyway, so let's look at okay, so let's look at the pictures of the other house. Okay, so this is the one that they're asking 140,000 for. Oh, I might have to, oh yeah, I can go back and forth this way. So this one looks a little bit nicer on the outside, and in the back isn't great, but on the inside, so the bathroom has to be changed because around the sink and the toilet area, it's not in good shape. But the 3 bedrooms are decent. The way that the walls are painted, they just need to be repainted and then it would look nice. The floor isn't bad. Here's the bathroom, which is kind of okay. But if you look around the bathtub here, this is not meeting, so there's water and residue in this area. It has to be basically the bathroom. Yeah, there you can see. Like that's not sealed, so water would be dripping there. So the bathtub has to be torn out and remade. Okay, the stairs are actually fairly decent and wide. They go up a landing and then around the corner. Electrical box and panel is all good. Basement is very low. So when I'm standing, so this is in the middle. When I'm standing on this side, my head is right near the top of this. So it's only 6 feet. By bylaws in Winnipeg, you cannot make this into a bedroom or a living space. Because in the basement, it has to be 6'6" minimum from the ceiling area to the floor. So I could use this for storage, or I was talking with different people. You know, somehow with hydroponics, you can grow lettuce, you can grow herbs, and well, this is a very big area. So somebody else said I could grow marijuana there, but I'm not interested. But there are, Vita is the expert, not in using, but in planting and harvesting. Okay, but yeah, there are options where you could use something in the basement, but it's not a great, you can't live down there, basically. Okay. And then in the kitchen area, the cabinets should be changed out, but they're still okay. And then there's a hole up here, but that's very easy. That would take a couple hours and that could be filled in and covered up. How are we doing for time? Because I could talk for a long time. 8:49. Okay, I'll end off here. Okay, so renovations, I'm not sure exactly, but I'm going to say 20,000 for this house. So that's a new kitchen, new bathroom. When I go into a house, I always look at the roof, the foundation, the furnace, and the hot water tank. Hot water tanks last about 10 years. So if it's 10, 11 years, you know you probably have to change it in 1 or 2 years. Furnaces last 20 to 30 years. So, and there's government grants and stuff. But this other house, so if you make a bathroom upstairs, you remove the kitchen, you have to repaint everything. And this house probably needs about 40,000 of work, maybe even 60. Okay, rent potential will be similar. This one probably would be about, I'll say 1,400 plus utilities. This one won't be much more, even with another bedroom, just because it's in a worse area. So 1,500 plus utilities. Okay, taxes, I'm not going to worry about it. Insurance. Right. This is the cost of the renovation. The rent, right? Yeah, after renovation. Yeah. But I haven't added in here. If I do these renovations, if I buy it for 140 and do these renovations, it's probably worth 200,000 now. So I should actually add that in. What's the new value? They call it ARV, after renovation value. So this is probably worth 200. This one probably is still only worth 200 because there's not, it's not in a great area again, even though it's larger. So when I'm just looking at this, and I don't even have to go and see the houses. I did see both of these, but if I just looked at the pictures and ran the basic numbers, then the last thing I would do is I would calculate the rent. If you take the rent and you divide it by the cost, that tells you how many years to pay off if you took all of the rent in, and then that would give you a formula to see which of these is a better option for you to buy. Okay, any questions before I end off? Okay. So probably they're saying that it's risky. Why did they say don't buy a house?
Housing included whole business. First of all, they buy little house, then build other place, grow,
Okay,
sell, and then buy a resort.
okay. And so they're saying don't buy now?
More cheaper.
Yeah,
So for the last 10 years, all in the
go up.
uh,
Right. So if you don't buy now and you keep renting and prices continue to go up, when will you buy? So having said that, here's my advice. In the next year, house prices are going to go down in Winnipeg. Not every house everywhere, but many people, because before COVID and during COVID, interest rates were at 1.9 to 2.5%. Most people took 4 and 5 year terms, 2019 to 2024. Now their mortgages have to be renewed, and their interest rate now will be about 5 to 7%. They can't afford their mortgage payments. So across Canada, but especially in Winnipeg and other places, people are going to struggle to sell. So there's going to be more and more houses on the market, and prices in many areas will come down slightly. I also would say it depends on what you're looking at. For me, I'm looking at, can I renovate and then either live there or rent out? If I'm just looking for a house to buy for myself and I don't have other income, it may or may not be a good thing. But for me, I'm always looking, can I renovate and can I rent one room or rent more? Then it still makes sense to buy. I have friends that are renovating 3 or 4 houses right now. They have full-time crews and they're still going even though prices are higher, because I'm looking at 10 years in the future, not 2 years or 3 years. Okay, I can answer more questions. I can also talk for another 3 hours on this and I'll stop, but I'll chat a bit more. But even if you're looking at an expensive house in Bridgewater or other areas, do a similar analysis because not all houses are equal. So even if it's a $400,000 or $600,000 house, look at the value, what you can renovate, what you can change. Can you add a bathroom? Can you add a bedroom? What are other houses in the area to help you before you make a decision? Okay, I'll send you an email with a review from tonight. Yeah, I'll leave it to what you're still using. So if you can just gather them together and I'll kind of pick all of them up at the end. But I'll send you a little bit of things on the weekend. Next Monday, there's no class, right? I forgot until right now. Monday is a holiday. Okay, Monday there's no class. Thursday, and then we have yeah, there's no tax on the plan. Well, because you're going to have it as a business. So you're going to have some taxes for your personal income. You also have expenses if you have utility. So it's not, there's not a simple formula, but you may not pay any taxes because you'll have expenses. That's why owning a house and then a rental is beneficial for you. Yeah, don't worry about the taxes in business.
My grand about 20% every month.
No, so this is the difference if you don't have much. Yeah. I'll take some, but not a lot. Sure, let me get a plate. Where does the plates go? Yeah, so you can just put it there. Yeah, and happy birthday. Okay. You sound Italian. We have pizza. Well, I will grab a few slices of pizza as well, but yeah.
Okay. And how?
Oh, with, you know, maybe I'll put the pizza in there, because then it's easier. It's okay, because I'll take you about it, and I'll take for the students we have, they're growing teenagers. So, and then we can take the rest. Did you, or did, who bought the pizza? No, okay. But you didn't make any people. Okay, okay, see you over here. Do you want to take some? Yeah, want to take some? Yeah, so take whatever you want, but wherever you go, and I'll take the rest. You're good? Okay. Okay, thank you, Cynthia. Yeah. Here. Maybe this bag is better with the pizza. Yeah. So just take the bag for that. Yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful. See you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you Tuesday, not Monday.
Yes, yes. Victoria Day.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye for now.